Hi, welcome to Queenie's Wednesday Night Live. For the cards of November, I thought I would show you our ancestors' altar first thing before I take you in my room so that we can do the cards. We've got my friend here, we've got my other friend Liz, my dad, my grandmas, my dad and my grandpa, got Maeve, my patron goddess. There's little Nathan Lion Boy, Bowie. Everybody's here. Almost everybody's here. We've got to add a few. It kind of started out. Anyway, I love you guys, and let's adjourn to my room. Hopefully you won't get to see a mess on the way there, but maybe you will. Oh, look, I'm coming. Okay. Hi. Welcome to... Oh my God, we're losing this? Am we losing this? Yeah, we were losing it. Welcome to Queenie's Wednesday Night Live. And this is the November... Oh, boy. I have the other video. I'm taking video so that I can post it on YouTube. And as usual, it's low and showing more of a full body thing. So I'm just going to suffer. Oh, that helps. I just pulled the table up. Anyway, welcome. We're doing the woo-woo edition. I hope that you enjoyed the ancestors altar. I lit some candles. I'm going to get some Palo Santo, and we're going to cleanse the space. I wish that it was less cluttered. Hi, Nada. But here it is. And I've got some self-love spray, which is very nice, and some Palo Santo. So this is just a regular bottle, blue bottle, and I use a couple of drops of Palo Santo and some distilled water, and that seems to, for me, my belief is that it cleanses the space, and it is, for me, it's better than smoke. Okay. I am needing to get centered so that I can actually be here because I'm a little distracted right now. And of course, the dog is in here. Oh, yeah, here she comes. What do you want? I can hear her sniff. Oh, boy. Anyway. And then I have this spray, and I think I'm going to get some other ones from this. I think it is from a company called Light Blossoms. And it's these little nice sprays, and they've got all kinds of, let's see, spring water, brandy, proprietary blend of flower essences, essential oil of neroli, rose, palmarosa, patchouli, geranium, vanilla, and rose quartz. And this is like self-love, and maybe that'll help me get in my body. Anyway, all of these things, if they're part of your belief system, then they would probably help and work for you. But if they're not part of your belief system, then you might have other ways. You might like the smoky Palo Santo incense to cleanse things, or you might use different things entirely, you know, but this is what I do. Anyway, so it's already November, and I'm going to pull a Fairies Oracle card. I also want to let you know that if there are any messages that are going to come through, if I see people's names pop in, if there are any messages that want to come through, I'm going to let them through. I'm going to set a boundary of the highest guides and angels, highest ancestors, most loving information possible to come in to this space and show me clearly if there are messages, and we'll see what comes up. Sometimes I'll get things and sometimes I won't. Sometimes there just aren't any messages at the moment. So first we're going to do the Fairies Oracle card, which of course is the overview of the whole month. The YouTube viewers can watch my shuffling footwork. It's not perfect, but I have practice with these. All right, come on. Okay, I totally messed myself up. All right, so which card is the... Get in your body, Erin. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so the overview of the whole month is Gawacha. This is a card about the things that we use to scare ourselves. The ways that we scare ourselves, the ways that we want to run away from things that we're afraid of, the ways that we avoid, the ways that we push things away. And so it sounds like the overview of this month is that what it feels like is things are shifting and things are changing, and we're being given an indication what needs to change and what needs to be let go of, and we're trying to push it away because it's scary and it's a change, and that would mean we'd have to be accountable for all kinds of other things, other responsibilities that we may not want to be part of. So let's look her up in the book so that I can make sure, because I have a feeling that there's more in the book that would probably assist us. Oh, here we go. Opened right to the page. Okay, well, this nails it. Sudden shock, unexpected events, rude awakenings. So this is stuff that you would want to push away and not acknowledge and that would scare you a little bit. Where our bravery is going to be tested, our strength is going to be tested. So Gawacha is the out of the blue fairy. He likes to surprise us. You know, you're walking along minding your own business or not minding any business at all, and the universe smacks you on your blind side with something that makes an awful splat. Unexpected demands from the tax man, the bank's hole-in-the-wall machine eats your bank card late at night, while the burly and irritable taxi driver is waiting. Your children find a way to dye themselves green just before your in-laws arrive. A meteor hits your car. Gawacha is, of course, capable of happy surprises as well as shocking or miserable ones. Perhaps your lottery ticket wins. There is a school of thought that says that this is just karma. We deserve it for sins that we have totally forgotten from other lifetimes. Not so. Karma is about lessons we need to learn, not about punishment, and meaningless events don't teach us much. So this may be karma, but it isn't that kind of karma. There's another school of thought that says that all these things are our choices, that we choose to be there when it's happening. We choose to step in front of the invisible cosmic bus. While there is some truth to this on one level of being high in the superconscious, as Gawacha says, I know more than I see. That's the look, the Gawacha look. I know more than I see. But most of us don't function in that exalted, intuitive level of consciousness much of the time. However, many of us do get hints, little flashes of intuition, and sometimes big flashes of intuition. We often say, I knew I shouldn't have gone that way, or trusted that person, or invested in that stock. There are two things Gawacha is trying to teach us. He says he doesn't enjoy doing it, but do I believe him? Actually, I do mostly. First, we need to learn to listen and to trust our intuition. We need to be awake and aware. It is just part of what we need to learn in order to fulfill our potential, to have happy and satisfying lives. Without it, we are sleepwalking in the world, missing all the wonders and joys while not missing many of the bumps and pitfalls. So what does your gut say? As you're going along, what does your gut say? That's why you're awake, Susie. So you can see me. Just kidding. Okay. All right. So, second, there are lessons we need to learn on, or when there are experiences that are properly other people's but have an impact on us, we need to learn to roll with the punches. I'm learning that. To take what comes at us, learn what we can from it, and regain our balance as quickly as possible. Things happen. We can't always control them, and we can't always get out of their way. We don't always even have a choice about them. For example, to live with a beloved animal friend probably means that you're going to lose that creature at some point, because most pets have shorter lifetimes than humans. Other things happen as well. People occasionally win huge sums in lotteries, but this too we need to be able to take in our stride and not be completely lost in it. Goacha knows we like to build sturdy, rigid structures in our minds and lives, but they also know that these are often not good for us. Sometimes we even complain about them, muttering about life being dull and boring, yet we cling to them tenaciously. Such inner and outer rigidities usually encourage stagnation, and the Unity card insists on growth. So, to help us along, Gawacha kindly delivers these sudden surprises. Yet, how often do we remember to say thank you? It's hard, Gawacha says, during such a difficult job. It's enough to drive a fairy to drink. From the look of that bloodshot eye, that one bloodshot eye, he has already been into some of the more potent otherworld nectar. Okay, so let's talk about this. It really, I think that the suddenness or the shockiness of Gawacha really depends on how much intense. Yes, they can be pests too. Believe me, I have 7, 8, counting the dog. Um, it depends on how tightly you are trying to control outcomes and how quickly you can regain your balance when something shocking comes up. It's that way. So sorry, little distracted, trying to get right here, having a Gawacha moment, but it's going to be okay. But that is going to be the influence of the whole month. We're going to go back to Gawacha as we pull the other cards for the month, because I guess if you're following your intuition, if you're not listening to your intuition, like your intuition is saying, I don't think I need to do that, but you're feeling pressured into doing that, then that might cause you a little shakeup. If you're holding on too tightly to something that has outlived its usefulness, some sort of, because we create internalized dogmas that hold us. We thought it initially made us feel safe. This structure initially made us feel safe, but it no longer is safe. It's not allowing us to grow and flow with life. Gawacha will come along and shake that S up. That's just what it does. So be aware that there could be some surprises this month, and how you respond to them is, 1, it's up to you, and 2, it will dictate how you can move forward. I don't know if you can hear it, but the dog is making some incredibly awkward noises out in the entryway. Anyway, so let's pull the cat of the month. And these are from the Spirit Cats deck by Nicole PR. And they are really cute, and I like them. So we're going to shuffle the cats. I don't often get to shuffle cats. Yes, actually I do. Every night when I feed them, which by the way, I didn't do tonight before I got here. So. Okay. What cat is going to support this month? Well, cozy home. Cozy home. Interesting. I like it. I guess that's like where we retreat to. Not retreat like run away, but just to retreat to regroup. Meet Shrine. He loves to curl in a fluffy ball of appreciation and take in the calm, cozy expanse of his home. Create a sanctuary of peace and inspiration. Let go of the objects that don't make you happy. If there are broken items that you've been meaning to fix, unused gifts, or remnants of a passionless hobby, send those things on their way. Yeah, see, you could get surprises from those too. Whew. Clear the space and surround yourself only with the things that support you and make your heart sing with the joy of being alive. Light a candle, open a window, be thankful for all that you have. Sit with Shrine in your lap and honor your home. So the way to be able to respond better to any sort of unexpected events or surprises is to get back to center, get back to home. Take some time out. I mean, this might be a month where we don't overextend ourselves socially or overextend ourselves energetically at all. This might be a month where I'm not saying to hide from things so that you don't get unexpected things happen, because they're going to find you if they're meant to find you. But make sure that you know the way back home to get back to center. Make sure you know how to find the way back home. Okay? All right. So, yeah. These are getting a little harder to do after a work day. But it's just me today. Don't worry. So far, I have not gotten any messages, but at the when I'm done doing all the cards, I'll tune in and see. I can't promise anything, but I'll tune in and see. Stranger things have happened. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do the tarot cards for the, there we go. For the beginning, middle, and end of the month. I'm using the Major Arcana as I have before, and this deck is a deck that I've had for probably 35 years. It's the Eileen Connolly. It's by Eileen Connolly. It's the Connolly Tarot deck. I think somebody bought it, and changed the name and licensed it or something like that. But because somebody was saying, no, that's not the Connolly deck. I'm like, no, I bought it as the Connolly deck. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so beginning of the month. Here we go. Oh. Middle. Ooh. And end of the month. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so I decided that these cards are going to be right side up. I did not. I decided that this month, because we've got the unexpected stuff, that I'm not doing reverse tarot cards today. And that's what my gut is telling me. So, neener. All right, so at the beginning of the month, of course, is the 1st through the 12th. This is the Empress. the Empress card. Okay, so the month starts out creative and magnetic and pulling things in from all sides in really excellent ways. It's creative, it's childlike, playful, and that's the Empress card. The number 3, childlike, playful, creative, just kind of giving birth to ideas, giving birth to new things, radiating out and attracting support and energy, magnetizing people, winning friends, influencing people. I mean, in some decks, the Empress is riding a horse. She's naked, riding a horse down the road, like God, what was her name? Lady Godiva. Like Lady Godiva riding a horse down the road. There's like this parade, and she's like, everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Kind of like the Empress card. Okay, information coming in. The Empress card is kind of like Aphrodite, like Venus or Aphrodite, just about love and about feeling it and creativity and beauty and just feeling this. So there is going to be, for the first part of the month, there's going to be this sense of, oh, well, things are more beautiful right now. Maybe you will get some creative ideas. Maybe you'll feel a little romantic, about yourself or about someone else or about life in general, which is the best way to be. And so for the 1st through the 12th, we're going to be experiencing that Empress energy. So don't be surprised if colors will seem a little bit more vivid to start out with. You might feel creative in the kitchen. You might feel creative in whatever creative expression that you have at the beginning of the month. You might feel more romantic. You might feel kind of sexy. You might feel kind of, you might be feeling yourself a little bit. What's wrong with that? Feeling yourself? There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, so that's the beginning of the month. The middle of the month is from the 12th to the 21st, the High Priestess. The High Priestess. Okay, this isn't a downer compared to the Empress card. This is another facet of the Divine Feminine. This is more contained. This is less out there, hey world, look at me. This is more, I know the world and I hold the world within me. I have all the information within me. She's card number 2, whereas card number 3 has given birth. Card number 2 is pregnant with the ideas and pregnant with the knowledge. And so we may retreat a little bit in the middle of the month to integrate, to access our intuition. We may need to get a little quiet, which is probably a good idea. I think that cozy home is going to be conspiring with the High Priestess to get us to get that balance back. We might extend ourselves and then contract just a little bit so that we can get some balance back. I feel like this middle part of the month is kind of a resting and holding part of the month for some reason. And I don't mean avoiding. I don't mean avoiding feelings. I mean accessing them on a deeper level. And because the High Priestess is all about intuition, inner knowledge, reverence. She's a priestess, which means every act is reverent. She has reverence for every act. it, not to be vulgar, but even going to the bathroom has reverence to it, to the high priestess. Everything we do, every bite that we take, every breath that we take, every word that comes out of our mouths, every move. It's like the stalker song by the Police. Every breath you take, every vow you break. Anyway, so every claim you stake, every night you think, I'll be watching you. Anyway, the priestess won't be watching you. You will be embodying this reverence for life, for the knowledge that you have internally, for your intuition. You might be getting messages. You might be getting internal messages from spirit. You might notice that you actually are a divine being in human form, which that's my belief system. That's what I believe that we are. I forget sometimes when I'm going through all the practical and responsibilities and stuff, is that I forget that I am spirit too. But then I look at the clouds, or I watch those damn pelicans float across the bay while I'm on the ferry, or I see a butterfly or a dragonfly or a hummingbird stops and kind of hovers looking at me for a second. And I forget until those moments that I am a divine being in physical form, and I'm here to make the most of that. And for the most part, that things work out for me. And that's kind of cool. So the middle of the month, we're going to be acknowledging that, acknowledging our intuition. So it may be a little bit quieter time in the middle of the month, because we might need to clear out some stuff so we can sit with ourselves and acknowledge that, we know stuff. It's kind of nice to know stuff. And the great thing about the priestess is that she also knows that she doesn't know everything. And there's always more to learn. And that's a good one too. Okay, so then as we go towards the end of the month, the 22nd, pardon me? Oh, wonder how YouTubers are going to need to watch this bitch yawn. Great. From the 21st to the 30th of November, transition. All this is leading up to a real shift, a real change. Major Arcana cards are always about your soul evolution. And a transition is the Death card in other decks. And the Death card I don't see as bad. It means that it is time to say goodbye to something so that you can say hello to something else. And this change or transition, I mean, that could be part of what Gawacha is concerned about, or what Gawacha is bringing about. Shift happens, and sometimes it needs to happen. So whoever ends up watching this, whether you watch it live or whether you watch it in a replay or whether you end up landing in it on YouTube, change is coming. There will be a shift. There will be a change towards from the 22nd to the 30th of November, and you'll be experiencing it. And I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as there's something that we need to say goodbye to that no longer serves us. And transitions sometimes feel like they're hard. They can be scary. They can make you go like this, but it'll be well worth it. Now, the reason this card is called Transition instead of the Death card, I think they wanted to soften the Death card. But look, so we've got the crown, which is your own crown, the Pope hat. It's like letting go of all the of all the old structures and ways of being and embracing new. You see this little naked figure has like baptismal waters, maybe there. So embracing what's new, letting go and embracing what's new. That's true, Robert. I am so happy that you are still here. Seriously, dude. Good job. And more healing to you. All right, so transition. And then now we're going to do that animal oracle as support card. Not a report card, but a support card. Okay. This is going to be our support card this month. To support us, I would like to say that this is what's going to support us in the transition. Because the other cards look like they're pretty good. They can support themselves, the Priestess and the Empress. But let's see how we can give us a clue as to how we can feel more supported in letting go of the things that we need to let go of to make way for the new and better and more fulfilling stuff. Okay, let's turn this around. Huh, nice. So weird. Okay, the peacock, let it shine. Let it shine. So what this feels like to me, before I read the meaning, is that we have, part of this transition is to release the old aspects of ourselves that dim our shine. This is not a shine like cocky, everything. I mean, it is peacocky, it says, but it's not like a cocky, arrogant shine. This is like our literal shine. So basically, it is allowing more of our spirit and our divine being that we are to shine through, which means there are some things going on with our bodies that need to shift, that need to transition, that there might be old habits. I know, I can speak personally for myself, that there are some habits that I need to let go of in order to keep going, in order to allow more of myself to shine and have the energy to be out in the world. And so I like the peacock spirit. All right, so let's read what the peacock spirit has to say. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but that's what I've decided. All right, let it shine. When is the last time you shook a tail feather and shined your light for all to see? Within each of us is a peacock spirit yearning for expression, and you are called now to show the world the gorgeous creature you are, for you are a manifestation of spirit. Come out of the shadows, peacock spirit says. Well, that's kind of like the Empress card as well. That's like the Empress card. This is kind of giving us Empress vibes. Okay, so you are called now to show the world the gorgeous creature you are. For you are a manifestation of spirit. Come out from the shadows, peacock spirit says, and show your true colors so that others may be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with life force and energy and sparkling light. You're a channel for divine love, and your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it to shimmer, and dance in celebration of your good fortune of being right here, right now. Spirit wants you to be joyful so that others may get up and dance along with you. Okay, I'll make a deal with you. I'll do this, but you have to do it too. So this is good. This is very good. This kind of gives the transition card a less ominous feel to it. And it kind of attaches to the Empress card as well, because she does not let anybody dim her shine. But she's very playful about it. It's not arrogant. It's just playful. It's just, yeah, I know I'm the shit. I'm the shit. Get over it. I'm the shit. Get over it. That rhymes. I liked it. I liked it. I'm the shit. Get over it. Hoo hoo hoo. All right, we're going to pull another fairy. Because I like these cards and they're nice. So I think with all those unexpected things, we should have another support card. Or, hey, what's the good stuff? What's good? We're having a what's good card. You know I change these almost every time, except I have some of the same structure, and that's the way I like it, because I like to extemporaneously speak. Who knows what's going to come out of my mouth? Oh, nice. So what's going to help us? What's going to help us? I forgot what this card was, but it's okay. It's fine. Water element. That's pretty cool. The water element. Well, I'll remember what this card is when I find the meaning. Well, as far as I'm concerned, water is about emotions and flowing and intuition and visions and like how we flow with life. And this card could be about like, hey, you've got to flow with it. Whatever comes up, you've got to flow with it somehow. You know, this is, you land somewhere and you're like, okay, this is what I'm working with. Okay. Then I've got to respond this way. This is the way to respond that works best for my intuition, which works best for me. All right. Yeah, flow. Water element, keyword flow. Water is the elixir of life on Earth. It is also a symbol for the astral fluid. Astral fluid. That sound. Okay. I'm trying to imagine it being sparkly and kind of iridescent. But then, even then, it makes me feel a little awkward. But anyway, we're going to go back into this. Water is the elixir of life on Earth. It is also a symbol for the astral fluid or universal energy that permeates all things. Water deserves our respect and gratitude, since without it, there is no life. Honor it and understand that it is you as a human being. Understand what it is that you as a human being can do to protect its purity and to not be wasteful of it. Water element is associated often with the divine feminine. We've got a lot of divine feminine in this reading, so this is going to be more of a yin month. It is about love, fertility, emotion, and is also associated with the subconscious mind. So we just went through like what the Empress is and what the High Priestess is as well. Water has no fixed state. It is in a constant state of flux or transition. If this card has appeared to you today, work on consciously appreciating water and what it does for you. Consider carefully all the ways that you use water. How much do you use? Do you turn the water off while you're brushing your teeth? Are you consciously grateful for water? You may want to examine your emotions to see if they are tumultuous or on an even keel. Though it is natural for emotions to fluctuate, ask the water element fairy to help you to keep them in balance. This water fairy dances in the flow of the energy around her. She is joyous and buoyant as she moves with the current. She does not fight it. I think we're being asked not to fight the current. She moves with the flow. She knows that this fluid energy will take her where she needs to be and bring to her what she needs and desires. Since water is associated with the subconscious mind, or you may be looking at a need to follow your own subconscious, dive right into the depths of your nightly dreams and explore their content. They hold many messages for you if you just take the time to focus on them. Pay attention to your intuition as it works to guide you in daily life. Ask the element of water to purify your emotions and your intentions. Ask it to help you see clearly as in a calm pool of water, what you need to know about yourself on a deeper level. You might be pleasantly surprised by what you discover about yourself. Be buoyant today. Okay, I like her. I like her. She works really well. Okay, so oh, November. I may not have pulled as many cards for you, but what an interesting month it looks like it's going to be. Right? Okay, so let's see if we've got anything else that's going to come through. Hold on. I haven't really tried this live before because Palo Santo, a lot of the time these things happen during the course of a reading with someone. And they don't always happen because it just depends on whether there's a message that needs to come through. But I have been being kind of encouraged or nudged by my grandma who passed away a while ago to explore my gifts and kind of feel her around every once in a while. So let's see if there's okay. I don't see them. Like I see them in my mind's eye, but I don't actually physically see them. There are some mediums that will actually physically see people. I'm getting the number 4, that there are four around, and I can't tell whether they're like mine or whether they're other people's. So I'm just gonna see if they want to do anything about it. And I can only sort of tell who's watching the live. So I actually don't know who's still watching and who's not. So you'll have to use the chat to let me know if anything is hitting, because I don't know. And this is a test. This is to see if I can do it. This is to see if this is a way that I can express on here or help people and be of service. I'm not sure. So, first off, there's a guy, and he is in his looks like he was in his 60s or something. Or that might be just what he's showing me. He might have felt good during that time. But okay, I get that he was about 5'7" and dark hair, and he has this black short sleeve collared shirt, like a dress shirt, but it's short sleeved, with gray, like dark gray pants on, and black and kind of black dress shoes, but they're kind of beat up, and like a ruddy complexion. Like it's not pale at all. Kind of a maybe even a little bit of pockmark on the face, or it might be his 5 o'clock shadow. Really twinkly eyes, like mischievous guy. Funny, but he thinks he's funnier than he actually is. And I don't know who that is, but that's somebody that's there. He wanted to give all this information. He thought he was kind of a big shot. but he wasn't really a big shot. It was like a big fish, small pond kind of situation. But had a like this could be just some random spirit coming through, but if anybody recognizes them, that would be good. You can let me know in the chat, but and I know there's delay. I'm getting that he is an uncle of someone. Not like long lost uncle, but uncle. Like I get like your father's brother. Um hmm. He just really wanted me to say that he was funny. Let's see if he has any other pertinent, because that could be just general stuff. He was asking about his watch. It's like I think that he got a watch from an ancestor or relative, and then it got passed down like when he passed, and it was a pocket watch, not a watch, but a pocket watch. He was really proud of it, and he's asking about that. Okay, so this may not be a message for anybody that's watching. This may be a message for somebody that watches in the future, which is pretty random if you ask me. But anyway, he was asking about his watch, and he says that he's your father's brother. So let's see if okay, he's a little sad that he's not getting any attention at this moment, but other than me focusing on him and describing him. So let's see if there's somebody else. Um, your tummy's a little upset. There's well, of course, out of the four, like that guy was the first one that came forward. Now there's a woman coming forward. She's really shiny. She's showing me when she was really young and beautiful. That's how she likes to show. Hair is kind of reddish. And I know that's not my grandma, even though my grandma used to dye her hair red and she liked it red. That's not her. Pardon me. She is, whoever this is connected to, she's with them a lot and they feel her a lot. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Like what she couldn't do in life, she is doing in having passed away. She's doing that. I feel like I know who this is, and we can talk privately. But I just want to say that that she's really proud of you. Oh yeah, and she wants you to open up to love again. You know, because that's just the pressure. Because you're so good at it. Let's see. And it's interesting because this is the first time I've ever actually kind of tried to force it, so it would make sense that it didn't really work very well. Um, I don't think I tried to force it, but just to do it in this type of setting. Um, like in general, I can have spirit speak through me, but when it gets specific, I feel like I'm trying too hard, and I'm going to stop trying at this moment just because I don't think it's fair that I'm trying too hard. So whoever the father's brother is, I he's just wondering about his watch because it feels like it broke or something and nobody's getting it fixed. So whatever happens there, I'm curious. So if you want to private message me and let me know if you have your uncle or great uncle's watch and it's broken, let me know. I'm going to pull one more card and then I'm going to probably close out this November cards of the month. And we will I will revisit what I did just for the last few minutes. I will revisit that in the future in some other way. I will figure it out because it's there. It's just I was trying too hard and that doesn't work. Okay, so I pulled a card. Oh, here comes Kitty. I pulled a card to close out the cards of the month. I love it. How can we get through this month that's going to have transition that might, you might be amazed at the direction that you end up going by the end of the month. Well, how do you do it? How can you do it? Well, aside from the fact that you kind of need to go with the flow, it says become a servant of love. This is the Mastery of Love deck. And it says love is what makes you happy. And if you become the servant of love and your partner becomes the servant of love, the day will come when you can be with your partner with no guilt, no blame, no anger, and no sadness. So this is a partner card, but you can take this as just if you become a servant of love, that opens up doors that you had closed really tight because you were afraid of connecting with other people. So, become a servant of love. I'm going to become a servant of love and I'm going to get off the live. And I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Sorry it was a little shorter, but I'm a little tired and I feel like I've said everything that I needed to say. The information came out and here we go. So I will see you in a couple weeks for another live. Good night.